Now you gotta unmute again.
Now you gotta unmute. Now unmute your phone. Unmute your phone, because we can see it.
Oh, this is fun.
Y'all did not have to do me like that.
Oh,
we didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing.
She need this music right here. She need that music.
Hey. Amber.
What Amber?
What's going on, Eric? What's up, Trey Basha?
What's happening?
And Basha in the building one time. So, man, Emma, man, oh man, it's good to see you on live in living color. Welcome to Tell Me Something Good, man. And so, I told you what it was about, and basically, man, I and or Eric or our producer Keisha, we look at people who are doing dope things, you know, doing some incredible things, and you know, I think we're all at the stage and place and point where we hadn't made it to the big stage and under the big bright lights, man. But you know, the stage is big enough and the light is bright enough that we can see you and see you doing your thing. And so we definitely want to talk about your product. So before we get into the product, man, introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, you know, where you come from and all of that good stuff, and then let's go.
All right. Well, it's so simple, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me. I was a little nervous about this, but I am Amber, owner of Oil on My Hands, organic skincare and bath products. So of course I went to Albany State University. Whoop, whoop, you know. I'm a single mother. And I mean, I guess I say I'm from Georgia. I was born in Virginia, but I've been raised here in Georgia majority of my life. So, but now I'm here in Atlanta. So, it's a simple, basic part of me.
Now I'm here in Atlanta. So what you doing in Atlanta right now?
So right now, I'm home, obviously during this pandemic and stuff. I work in the education department as well. So I just I'm at home, working business stuff at home.
I got you. So, All on My Hand, what made you go into the skincare line? Give us the history and the background.
Oh, Lord. So basically it started 7 years ago. My son was born and he came out with eczema. He was born with it. And I really didn't know too much about it then. You don't realize how much things are affected by you until it happens to you. So when my son was put on steroids and chemicals as a kid, I was like, nah, this is not right. My son shouldn't have to be born into this world already having to put things topically or internally into his body that doesn't belong. So it started from the ground, finding things that'll help him heal his skin, because he was black and white all over. And one thing led to another. I made a cream that actually healed my son in a year's time. And my mom was like, put it out there. Why don't you sell it to other people and help other people too? And then 3 years later, going on 4 years now, and I'm in a business with a full line of products and always putting out something every month. So it became a passion, trying to help heal my son in a world that don't want to help heal us. I had to get out there.
Man, that's a dope tagline right there. Trying to heal my son in a world that don't want to heal us. I like that.
Right.
Tagline, man.
Who came to preach?
Right. She came with a word.
They triumph sermon tonight.
She came with a right now word, and they call it a rhema word in the church. She came with a send us some offering right now. She preached.
Right.
Yeah, but it's true though. I mean, think about it. All the stuff that they have on the shelves right now, what it has in it. Stuff you can't pronounce, chemicals, you know, or not even that. The first thing in it is water. A lot of our products don't have water. If it has water in it, it's coming straight from the plant. It's the water of a plant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's people want to fill you with fillers. And that ain't cool. We spend our hard work and money and, you know, on products. I want something that's actually going to help and work on me, not something I got to keep buying because it really ain't doing nothing.
Right. So look, with this first cream that you made, and it took a year to actually heal your son. What goes and what went into that cream?
The first cream. So I've been through 3 formulas now. Okay, so it's a process. The first one was definitely shea butter, mostly.
Shea butter, baby.
Okay. But yeah, shea butter was definitely the answer. It was the go-to thing. I heard it from a lot of older people. Because I was the cocoa butter girl. That was me. I was a cocoa butter girl raising up.
I'm
Shea
still
butter
cocoa butter.
wasn't.
I'm still cocoa butter.
Huh?
I said I'm still cocoa butters.
What you said?
I said I'm still cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter. So I can't really. It's definitely thicker. It's different, but it doesn't do the same thing as shea butter. But that was basically my main ingredient. And then the oils I put into it, hemp oil, you know, the mango butters and stuff like that. That's the things I started putting in there.
So you went from just that product, and now you have a pretty expansive product line, man. What else are you working on? You know, because I see the videos or the Facebook stories where you trying different stuff, putting on different stuff, and you know your face is glistening and everything, like Erik face glistening over there behind it with the keyboard background.
I was gonna ask about that, Erik. You was outside doing yard work.
I was painting the deck.
Gotcha. Oh,
I was painting a deck, but I had to get on to talk to Amber Shea Butter, baby.
So look now, but because I want to ask you about that. Like, we're going into your product line. Let's do that, and then I'm gonna ask you about what would be something that you know Erik would need for like summertime working outside. But let's talk about the expansion of the product.
The products.
Yeah.
So I have face masks, toners and aftershave for men and women. Of course, the shea butters, and I also have the liquid form, which would be the body oils. I also have hair and beard and lock oil that I make. That is definitely a hot seller too. I have to make that quite a lot, of course, obviously because I'm locked. And now I'm in the process of making a cologne.
Yo, can I insert right here? Because I wanna ask about that because you know there's so many documentaries out. There's so much information. My wife just watched a documentary called Scents or Smells or something. I don't know. It's a documentary on Netflix to talk about how toxic some of these colognes are. So, like, have you seen that?
I have not seen that documentary at all. But yes,
so what do you know about that,
dangerous.
and what about your product line makes it different from the rest?
So of course, you have to use like 100% proof or anything above 80 proof alcohol.
Okay.
And also you have to mix it with an oil that will absorb into your skin, because sometimes what people are doing, if they're using that base, they're using synthetic fragrances, and that's what's causing people to have, you know, cancer and stuff like that, because it's inserting into your skin. It's going through your bloodstream. You putting those colognes and perfumes on your hot spots, it's directly being inserted right into your bloodstream. I use essential oils. So it's like 50% essential oils, then the rest of the percent is like oil and then alcohol. So it's a process, and it's expensive. People don't realize when you start doing stuff like that to be organic and like, oh, your prices are too high. You don't realize what we're actually giving. This is natural resources that we have to use. So it has to have a price on there where we don't overuse it to people just throwing things away, especially if they're not going to use it. You have to put a price tag on it for what it's worth.
I like that.
Soap wise, what kind of soap should we be washing our face with, or even our body? Should we wash our face and body with the same soap? Should it be different?
Bro, I was gonna ask that too. No, for real.
Because you know people talk about rags and stuff too. Like we shouldn't wash our face and body with the same rag, and you know. So tell us.
Bro, let's talk.
Yeah, cool.
Oh my God. So that's a totally different subject now. When people go to that reference, you shouldn't be watching the wash rag with your face and your body. Honestly, that means you don't trust your body if you can't. That's just me, though. That's just feet. You know what I'm saying?
I got
use
two
one
rags,
rag.
one for the body and one for the face.
Listen, when I'm in the shower, I don't wash my face anyway like that. I do it before or after I get out of the shower because I'm using different products that don't need to be in the shower anyway. So you're right. It's two rags in a sense. It is. But if you're washing your face in the shower, some people are most likely using one rag and not two rags.
But soap wise, so if I got, should I use two different soaps or is it two different products for the face and for the body? What does that look like?
It depends on what you're using, honestly. I specifically
tell us what we should be tell us what we should be using. That's what I want you to do.
I use Dr. Bronner's cast iron soap. That's what I use for my body. If I'm using
that sounds like it's $30.
It's about 20. It depends on what size
Yeah,
you get.
it's not that bad. But you can use it everywhere but one place. Boy.
Yeah, I don't use it there. I don't use it there. You talk about you walking in the wind.
Yo. It was like fire. Shut up in my butt. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I've used Dr. Bronner's, but it's really good. It's really good.
It is.
Really good.
I use the one with tea tree oil in it because that's good for your skin. That helps with breakouts and acne. It also, if you use it in the shampoo in your hair, it's good for relieving dandruff, dry skin. Listen.
So I
want to
go ahead.
I want to stop using Dr. Bronner's and I want to use yours. So what do you have to replace that with?
I don't make a soap right now. Okay. Everybody wants me to. My mom, because I used to in the beginning of my business, but it became tedious for me.
Oh, okay.
So those products the soaps do have, start off the process has lye in it. So you are a chemist when making it, but it burns out afterwards. So there's no traces left of it, but that's in order how to make the soap cure is the lye process. Oh. Yeah, so I just decided to not make it, and I support other people who do.
I got you. So, skincare products, man. You out there working in the sun all day long, man. You know what does Erik need to put on?
It depends on what he needs, or what are you trying to battle? Like, cause it just being out in the sun, you have to make sure you're using the right moisturizer, because you do still need to use a SPF. And shea butters and mango butters do have a natural SPF in them. Okay. Also, too, men and women alike, a lot of people don't realize you have to scrub your face, or your body with scrubs to help alleviate those dead skin cells. Because while you're sweating like that, and you also don't really alleviate your dead skin cells, you're building up more oil, and that's how you're going to get acne, and your skin will be dry or irritated because you don't remove the old stuff that's on your face.
You know what? And that's why I came on here like this, because I wanted to be the topic of the conversation today. I wanted you all to look at me and how ravaged my skin was, and I wanted you to point me out to say how bad.
Your skin is
I need your product.
And I feel like nobody has bad skin. I've always said that no one has bad skin. It's how much it's what you do to it. It's what you take, how you take care of your skin. So if you neglect it, if you're not putting any love into it, your skin will have a dysfunction, but I don't call it ugly. I don't call it like you have bad skin. It's what you're doing or what you're not doing.
So what about
my black is beautiful?
Yeah, what about?
Yes, of course. It's beautiful. And your beard, by the way, I'm loving it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What about my beard?
Okay, you're like struggle zone. I'm just playing. No, for
so
real.
What about women in makeup, man? What does makeup do anything to women's face? How much should they apply? And do you have products that help women that use makeup and those things?
So I have a makeup remover. It's also a cleansing oil. I actually have a lot of people that buy that for that have the larger pores, the heavy makeup wearers, stuff like that. They use that because what it does is go deep inside your pores and it's cleansing it out of it. People who sleep in their makeup, bad idea. People who are wearing makeup every day, definitely a bad idea. But if you're taking care of your canvas, then that paint will apply better. in my opinion. But the cleansing oil is the number one thing that I recommend people who wear makeup to use AM and PM every day.
I got some comments down here. Nisi said she used cleansing oil to wash her face, and she said you also need to drink water.
Yes, definitely need to drink water. What you put in your body is just as important as what you put on it.
Yeah, hey, look, that's just exactly what she just said too. She said, "Then you put in your body matter, man."
Mm-hmm. It does. It really does. And that's one thing I tell people too. Somebody like, what do I need? Fix my face, fix me. I can't, I'm not a miracle worker. Because if I'm the person that's supposed to help keep it going, level your face, maintain it. Yeah. So, but if you're out here, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna wait till I get my next facial because I know she's gonna get me straight. You're making it still hard on yourself because you're gonna be spending more money to get things for somebody to help get you back up to the level 1 when you're here on level 5. Eat right, drink plenty of water, exercise has a lot to do with your skin.
So let's share for a little bit. What have been, you said 3 or 4 years now that you've been doing this, what have been some of the battles, if you had any, you know what I'm saying? Any resistance, anything to make you want to stop?
Oh, I don't think I've had a thought of stopping. I'm having a plan of growing, expanding, going to the next level because it's a passion. When it started off just as my son, then I'm like, I love this. I want to keep doing it. I want to keep going. I think the only struggle I've ever had is, okay, now I got this amount of money. Now, how can I make this dollar stretch? You know what I'm saying? And keep going. But other than that, I've never been in the red. My business has never been in the red. I've always been in the black or the green. So I don't know. I guess I can't really say I've had too many struggles. I just need,
that's dope.
more support.
Yeah. So, because I think that's the next part. When it comes to expanding the business and or growing it, how are you looking to do it? You want to stay independent? You wanting Jergens to call you and say, "Hey, we want you," or how did Walmart? Do you want to?
Hey, that's a good question, bro. That's a really good question because I noticed with some of these natural Black-owned hair care products, when other big corporations come, they do provide the money that they need to kind of boost and try to get the product out. But something about the product, it changes and it's not the same quality, but it's more quantity. So like, what does growth and expansion look like for you? Like Trey said, are you willing to partner with somebody like a big company, a corporation? And how will you maintain the integrity of your product?
Honestly, I don't think so. Because I have the passion of making it myself. And of course, one day I do want to be able to hire people to help and do it with me because this isn't my final stage. I'm in school now to be an esthetician. So a spa will be my next level and a storefront for will be that second phase. And then, of course, if I have a spa somewhere else, or if I decide to work with just only Black-owned grocery stores or Black-owned hair salons and have my product in their places, that's as far as I really thought about going, as far as me making it, me batching it, me being a manufacturer and getting it out there.
So now,
as long as I got faith, it'll happen.
So how do you do this, solo dolo? You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say, for example, you do have a store or salons, even when you get to your spot, like how much of the product can you put out that you can actually, just do yourself before you say, okay, look, now I need help. I need people to come in here, or I need, I need somebody. What you laughing at? I'm for real.
I know, because you're not the first person to ask me that. And I honestly, I haven't got to the point where I had to hire anybody yet. I guess because I've been making it so long, I haven't gotten there yet to answer that question.
So what's the well, because I'm going to help you and push it because you got to already be ready. So okay, let's say for real, because let's say if I needed an order of 20. What's your most difficult product to make? I say that, or the most time consuming.
My butters. Right, my butters, my son's cream, the Kyrie's eczema cream, is the most, because I have to infuse those herbs, and those take 2 weeks to infuse. Those are my most time consuming ones. But other than that, that's still one or a batch of maybe 20, it take me 30 minutes. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to say if it's be a difficult task. But don't worry, I'm gonna have somebody to pull it and help.
No,
Help me, along the way.
Because I think about it, even like with like people who make shirts, when it's like, hey, look, I need you to make a shirt for a family reunion, it's like 10, 15, 20 shirts or whatever we need by this time. And then you get a call and somebody else need 20, 30 shirts. And then somebody else called, they need 20, 30 shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once you want to expand and advance, now you got different products and having to keep up with it and then make sure you get like those things like that. But it seems like you're ready. Well, not necessarily, I don't want to say ready. It seems like you're keeping it at a pace. That's what I want to say. You're keeping it at a pace in which you can control it. And so that's safe to say. How often does your son have to use the cream now, or does he even still need to use it?
He still uses it, yes, because people don't realize eczema is triggered by the things you eat, and it's also triggered by seasonal, by the environment that you live in. So whether you're, cat dander can do it, whether it's going from winter to spring. So he still has eczema. Eczema is not going anywhere, but it's about maintaining it. So I make him put it on right after he gets out of the shower every day, consistently. It's a habit. It's a routine, basically. But he still uses it. Some days if he don't go out, it's not like it's going to affect him. But it's not a crisis. But I make him use that. We don't use any other products at my house but mine.
Hey,
so it's everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I had a clothing line of business, I wouldn't wear nobody else's clothes, man. I learned how to.
Right.
I would definitely do it. I mean, I think it's just how it works. There's something else that I wanted to ask, but my mind slips me. It definitely slips me. Who who inspires you in the skincare product? Remember, like they had Carol's daughter. That was real big at one time, but like, but she was like hair products and stuff like that, right? But is there anybody in the industry now that inspires your work, that motivates you?
Myself. I'm my own competition. I can't really say I've looked at anybody be like, yo, I want to be just like that business. For it to be that many skincare companies out here, I really don't have anyone I can say, honestly, that I say I look up to. I look up to me. And that's just not tooting my own horn or being conceited or anything like that, but that's just really honest. I don't have time to focus and look at somebody else's business like that to be critiquing and breaking my business down on what level I need to be on. I have to be on my own level.
Okay,
so I really can't give you an example.
Oh, no worries. It makes sense. And so that's good. Well, Erik, do you have anything else? People asking now, man, how they can find you, get the products, get on your page. And so I want you to, let everybody know how they can find you, how they can follow you, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, IG.
Yeah, because I'm going to get some of that beard oil.
You got to. Seriously,
okay.
I use it. I use it on my hair. My son had locks. He grew them in a year's time. Well, they were on his shoulder in a year. But yeah, my Instagram handle is Oil on My Hands. Website, oilonmyhands.com. You can also find me on Facebook the same way. It's very simple. That's really it.
Man, okay, Facebook again, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Tell Me Something Good. Our guest today is Amber Morris, CEO and founder of Oil on My Hands. If you have any questions, y'all can put it down in the comment section now, and I try to get these answers out. If not, thank y'all, man. Erik can chop it up just a little more, man. Well, hey, look, while we wait on that, man, so what's your thoughts on what's happening right now?
Who? Me?
Yeah, yours.
About what's going on in Atlanta and Minnesota and New York and everywhere else? Honestly.
Felicia gave you a shout out. She said your products are amazing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, she's definitely a long-time customer too.
You pay her to say that. I'm playing.
No, I haven't even talked to her.
I'm joking. Appreciate the shout out,
Felicia. I know.
Oh,
Thanks,
Felicia.
Felicia.
Felicia, not Felicia. Felicia.
Felicia.
Okay.
Felicia.
Oh, thanks, Felicia.
Thanks, Felicia Navidad. Feliz Navidad. So yeah. What's your thoughts, real quick, man? So we can see if anybody got a question. You got any questions, man? Put it in the comment section, man. We're gonna read them off. You know. So
right now, I feel like people are doing what they need to do. I'm not gonna say that what people are doing is wrong or is right. It's just what makes it any different from what they've been doing to us all these years. What makes it any different? You know, just because it might be materialistic things that they're looting and rioting and stuff, but what other way can they get your attention? You know, and I feel like right now they're just so angry, they don't care what they do. And it's just, everybody protests in their own way. And I thought that was the whole point of a protest, is your way of speaking how you feel or doing how you feel. Because whether you're Malcolm X or you Martin Luther King, it didn't matter. We protested because we were Black and we automatically have a bullet with our name on it. So at the end of the day, I feel like, hey, they got to do what they got to do.
I got you, man. And if y'all gonna do it, make sure you have some oil on my hands on your face when you do it.
Them knuckles too. I'm gonna send a little.
You gotta write it the right way.
You gotta write it the right way. Hey, Nisi said, "Do you have anything for lock oils?" Nisi, she answered the question about the expansion. She said she just want to have a own salon and maybe work with some Black-owned grocery stores or hair salons and put the products in there, but nothing more than that, nothing bigger than that, because she wants to keep it close to herself. She want to be able to maintain and manage it herself, and she doesn't want her products diluted. Did I get that right?
A little bit, yeah. That's about right.
A little bit? What? I said it better than you said it.
I'm just playing. No, that's right. Not saying it's not possible for it to happen. It's just I haven't got to that level yet.
We're gonna take it to, we're gonna take it to that level, man. Let me start talking to Ambasha or some more, man. Get this product out of here. Nisi did say you got lock stuff though. You got stuff.
Lock, hair, beard oil. Yes, ma'am.
She got the oil, man. So make sure y'all follow the page, Oil on My Hands. She on Instagram.
She got the oil.
She got the oil. Facebook.
I have oils. I have hyperpigmentation skincare line. I have.
What's that? What is hyperpigmentation? When you try to get somebody pigmentation to be stronger than what it is? Brighter?
No. So a lot of people have. I still have discoloration a little bit in certain spots, but that comes from when I used to drink sodas. Skin. Yeah, it's your melanin. Like sometimes it can hyperpigment. You know, make it darker than your actual skin tone.
Villalagua. You got Villalagua.
Huh?
Villalagua.
Vitiligo is majority of your skin. That's definitely way beyond that. Some of those don't even have melanin in their skin with vitiligo.
Hey, Felicia said, "Gary, where your camera went?" Oh, Felicia said the glitter oil is fire.
Oh, okay. So she helped me too. So I have shimmer body oils as well. So a lot of the women like to buy it around this time because it helps when you walk into the sun. It gives you that healthy glow and sheen where, you know, sometimes you sparkle a little bit and
kind of like nice. If you ever seen the movie Twilight, when Edward went into the sun, Bella hit start glistening.
Oh, he had some of your oil.
Okay.
Yes,
you got the oil.
So it's moisturizing and glittery at the same time.
Now, does your oil come in the alabaster box?
Is that what you wash Jesus' feet with?
That is what that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
That's exactly what
oil on my hands.
Oil on my hands. You know what? She has do you have church anointing oil as well? Can they lay hands on you?
You can turn it into it.
Can you lay your hands on the people, man? Amber, thank you so much for tuning in, rocking out with us, man. Good, man.
Yeah, thank
you.
On
my no hands, problem. Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate this. I looked at all y'all videos y'all did. I really respect y'all, and I appreciate y'all so much for looking out for people like that.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Shout out, man. Well, Amber, have a good one. All you got to do is click leave.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right,
bye.